all the snakes have been upgraded. Oh no! Oh, look at them eyes. Look how big every ball python we have brought from the IHS show doesn't eat. That's it. Yeah, I'm not gonna get bit by you. We had to drive 4 hours for it. Sally's an absolute darling. Haugie is on a diet, like I said. Here is a Charmander.
Lick your eye.
Called Maurice. Do not bite my finger, bad snake. We have a stick. This one is mine. 180 degrees, topped with some salt and pepper. You little sneaky devil. The last time you seen, we had a Christmas tree and we had a baby hognoses. The baby hognoses are doing absolutely fine. In fact, let me get one now. I just wanted to show you guys how well they're doing and how cute they are. Absolutely thriving. And I tell you what, I haven't had one problem. Oh, you feisty little man. Oh no. Oh no, go on then, one more. Yes, right, I'll put you back now. The room has changed yet again. Someone kindly gifted us a bunch of racks, so all the snakes have pretty much been upgraded. When I say all the snakes, I mean all the adult ball pythons and some milk snakes and even some king snakes. They've all been upgraded into the 70-litre racks, which there's 3 in each one. And obviously we have 3 of these. We have one here, one here, and one here. We are going to paint them to match the black. Well, one of the crested geckos is up there now. Crested geckos have now been moved to there. That's obviously another spare crested gecko thing that is just being used for storage right now. Everything is up in the air. Everything is everywhere. Literally up in the air. Look at these tubs. They're up in the air. They are getting moved. Gloria, who is in here, if I can grab her out. Gloria, who is here, who is a big, beautiful pinstripe ball python, absolute beautiful, one of our biggest snakes, if not actually the biggest snake. She's 5.5 feet in length, like a huge ball python. Now, if you're sitting there thinking, why isn't mine that big? That's because it's all to do with the pinstripe morph. They just tend to be that bigger, and Gloria has definitely proved that right. Look at how big she is. She's so cute as well. Are you sneaking up on me? What are you doing, Gloria? You little boop boops. Oh no. Oh no. I really do feel like I'm wearing some sort of life jacket right now. She's a really heavy snake. And we have actually paired Gloria up with Dole Whip. To look at him, he is really pretty, but all the genes don't come out because there's that many inside of him. Gloria is sniffing my ear right now, which is kind of weird. Oh, what are you doing? Where are you going? You okay? She's okay. Right.
Oh, she's using her beard as a hide.
Yeah, hello. What are you doing? I love them eclipse eyes. Look at them eclipse eyes on her. She's such a pretty gecko. Absolute stunner. We're actually keeping her back. Oh, look at them eyes. Yeah, what are you doing? Yeah, Luna is Sky's favourite. But like, all the cresties are put on here. There's the snake hair dryer that we used to feed the ball pythons with, the babies.
Used to be mine.
It used to be Sky's, but I kind of stole it. A box of gloves that I never really even wear. You always wear gloves where you can, guys. I'm just one of them guys that I've always worked with animals since a little kid. So, like, it's natural to me. I do scrub my hands for a long time after. I wanted to show you guys something, and it's basically something to do with giant African land snails. Now, snails are really, really cool pets to me, and I've always had them since a kid. I used to collect them in the garden and keep them in as many boxes as I could until I had a massive, too big of a collection, and I had to move out and put them in the garden shed. These African land snails in here, let me get them down. Obviously the water has just spilled absolutely everywhere, as you can see, but I'll top that up in a minute. I'm going to show you, right? We got these from a garden centre, and there was probably about 50 or 60 in one container of these African land snails. There was quite a few. The difference in size is astonishing. We brought these as adults. They have barely grown, and they're... Ew, they sound like they're farting. And then there's these ones, which we actually brought from a separate private seller, and we got them offline, and they shipped us to them, and they are getting huge. These were babies, guys, and they have overtook these ones. Let me put them in comparison to each other. Look how big that is compared to that one. It's crazy how big these guys are getting. Those are such an interesting pet. Get them from someone that actually cares for them, because then obviously you'll get huge ones like this. These have damaged shells. You can actually see the condition of that shell compared to this one. Way different. I'm not talking about the colour, I'm talking about all that white marks and scratches on this one. Hopefully they're going to lay some more eggs for me. Someone's coming out to say hello. Hello, little man. What are you doing? I've had leopard geckos since I came out the womb, pretty much, and I've worked with them for years, and I've had a few clutches every year, but last year I decided to really get into the hobby and absolutely smash it, and we've got such beautiful leopard geckos. So I've always wanted to own a reptile shop and an online shop, so that is what we're doing, guys, this year. I got proper panic then, because I was like, Glory's Viv's open, but Sky's got her. It's totally fine. We should have an online website. Luna is still there, chilling out, wondering what the hell I'm doing. What am I doing, Luna? Luna? Luna! Oi! But I hope you guys are having a great start to the new year. I hope you guys are enjoying yourselves, and I hope all your animals and reptiles are doing great. And if you haven't got any animals or reptiles, I hope you are doing great, of course. Interesting. You remember last year we went to the IHS show twice and we picked up Alaska, which is our pie ball python. My first ever pie ball python. How crazy is that? And I know people out there like, pies have been around for years. Yeah, I haven't. Like, she's absolutely thriving. She's doing really well, and I'll show you guys her now. Fortunately, she's actually come into shed, so she isn't as bright as usual, but how bright does white have to be? She is growing so well. She can't see a thing right now, so she's totally relying on smell and heat. When you buy a reptile from a show, it's a risk, because one, you don't know how they was kept. You're not going to that person's house and seeing how they're kept at all. In fact, whoa, that's my face. What you are doing though is you're randomly looking at an animal, saying I like that animal, and then you're buying that animal, and that's great. Of course, IHS was a fun experience, but at the same time very stressful, because Alaska wouldn't eat straight away. We did everything to get her to eat, and she really didn't, but luckily we just managed to turn her around, just like Bobby as well. Every ball python we have brought from the IHS show doesn't eat. That's it. That's the main problem with them. They just don't eat. What we've had to do is basically heat them up with a hairdryer for ages, and Sky luckily has got more patience than me, so she's been sitting there for literal, I'm not joking with you, one day we spent about 8 hours. We was up here in the retreat, and I think it was the other day, and I just did a whole reptile clean out, and that normally takes me probably a good day if I'm doing every single animal. When I was doing that, she sat there trying to get them to feed, and it literally took 8 hours for her to get 3 snakes to eat. It's absolutely crazy, but I'm so lucky that I have Sky, because she has more patience than me, and these snakes can eat and be healthy and chunky. Also want to update you with like the ball pythons, what's going on with them. We paired up Dole Whip to Gloria and Disney. Disney is definitely ovulating right now. She is huge. And we've also bred Guy. Remember that ball python clutch I hatched last year that you guys watched? If you haven't watched that, go and check it out. First ever ball python clutch, and I was so lucky and happy that happened. And all of them snakes are doing fine. Some of them have moved on to new homes now, because basically, obviously, I can't keep all of them. But if you actually look around the room, it kind of looks like I do keep them all. But that is because of leopard geckos. I have a real big heart spot for my leopard geckos. I love them so much. You can also tell it is that time of year as well when we have this many tubs to clean. These are all what I've already cleaned. We've upgraded everyone out of them. This is Osha. So she's an absolute stunner. She's so beautiful, and I love her pattern on the back. It's absolutely crazy. And the lighting isn't showing it very well, but she's just such a lovely, pretty snake. Obviously, she doesn't need upgrading. She has a lovely home here. Also, I don't know if you guys can remember, but we also brought this snake who is called McQueen from the IHS show, Corn Snake. She's actually doing rather well. She's got so big now. She's still a bit flighty, but we're working on that. And I love her so much. An absolutely pretty snake, and she's doing really well. I love that stripe. She's just such a pretty girl.
What you doing, everybody? What you doing, everybody?
Yeah.
Crazy.
Crumpeting, our boa constrictor, she's just chilling out hanging. She loves to do that. She looks so small in this vid because she's got this huge branch up here. She loves to come and sit up here. She's got a UV light. They don't really need it, but it's more for me to see anyway. And as you can see, she's just chilling down there. We're gonna build these and do enclosure builds. This isn't the finished look. This is just something that I'm showing you guys because I want to show you guys how much I've built. She's always at the back. Oh, let me see if I can get her. Oi. Yeah, I know. She's not too friendly, this one. But yeah, I'm not going to get bit by you. But we had to drive 4 hours for her. She's an absolute beautiful girl, but she's got an attitude problem as normal. Well, it's actually a boy, sorry. It's still named Rowena though. And basically all of the skinks are in these setups. So I'll show you Sally now. You guys remember Sally? As you can see, same sort of thing, same sort of enclosure. And he's got his leaves that he obviously just thrashes around. Sally's an absolute darling. It's actually a girl, we found out. Absolute beautiful skink. I love Sally's personality compared to Rowena, that's for sure. And she's just so nice. I just love her. She's so docile, honestly, the best skink. If you work with them well, you can get them pretty tame like Sally. Absolutely, really tame. When they get to adult size, like, obesity is such a big problem in these. In fact, Hauga, my other skink, she needs to lose weight as well. Hauga, who is the inquisitive one, he is on a diet, like I said, but she loves to bask on her rock. See what I mean? They just love to sit on top of it. It conducts the heat. They love it. Here is a Charmander. That's our new pet. Absolutely love it. Bit fiery, but you know, I've got to love him or else he'll just die and his tail will burn out. But there's 2 random eggs as well, which I don't know what laid them. I really hope Charmander didn't lay that one. Here, the reason why I'm hiding down here is because the animal is here, but I'm going to tell you all about this because it's our new animal in our next video, and I cannot wait to show you guys this, but you're going to have to wait for that one. But look at Charmander for now. Basically, this is like the start of the store. I want to bring you guys along every single one of the steps. So obviously I'm not going to be stocking boots, glasses and shoes, but I've got to add our own products into that. It's just what happens when you build a website. Another little gecko that I also got from the IHS that is absolutely doing well is the Pictus gecko. I absolutely love these little guys, and I am hoping to work with them in the future. They're like a leopard gecko cross crested gecko. Like, they jump, but they can't stick to the walls. They love their eyes. Look how big their eyes are. So this guy's gonna get moved up into a bit bigger enclosure, but he's still so cute. Look at him. That's the Pictus gecko's little home. I've got to put his water bowl in. Look how happy he looks in there. He's like, what? What's going on? This is basically like a tree sort of bowl thing. I've put it on its side. It works really well. He'll be able to actually crawl in here because there's a hole there. I think he just wants to sort of like settle in and explore. I do have a little water bowl thing. Water bowl's there, and I'm going to put that there as well. I'm going to put this piece of bark in here as well, this cork bark, because obviously geckos love that stuff. And now that is pretty much overcrowded, this guy's going to love it. He's just adapting to his life right there, licking his eyes, because I think that's all he does. Which I'm not complaining about because it's super cute, but for some reason he won't do it on camera, will he? Oh, he might be able to get it. One little eye lick, please.
Lick your eye.
You wanted to know what this little thing is called. It's called Maurice, because my other Pictus gecko is called Julian. But yeah, we're just going to let him settle in now. That is him finished and all set up. So as you can see, this little hognose right here is getting a upgrade because he is getting big. Do not bite my finger. You are not going to do that. That is a bad snake. Just filling this up with hemp chips. Hemp chip is what we use for pretty much all of our snakes. Because it's a hognose, I'm going to do it pretty thick. That is all of the substrate done. So there is his water bowl and I'm done. That's all he's getting. He'll thrive. I'm joking. Got you guys. I got you. What I'm going to do is actually tip in. I'm so tired, guys. I'm going to put his old substrate in there as well, so he's got some familiar smells, so it's not too stressful for him. Also, if you do end up buying a snake or rescuing a snake that's skinny and you want to move it up into a big enclosure, I would never ever do that until it's reached a healthy weight, because what can happen is you can put a snake in a new enclosure and it can go off eating for a couple of weeks, and obviously if that snake is already skinny, it's not worth the risk. We've just took out a couple of the things that were in that enclosure. Although you might not look at this and think hide, they actually make great hides for hognoses because they like to get right up against the top of it, and it does create a really good hide because the rest of it gets buried in like that, and then the snake normally digs itself a little burrow there, so I can give it the rest of its substrate, which we're gonna just spread around the enclosure so it gets used to the place. It smells like home, you know when you go on holiday and you're like, ooh, and you come back and you smell home, you're like, oh, home. That's what this snake's gonna be like. Okay, maybe you might not do that. Maybe you don't miss the smell of your home. Maybe you guys are actually comfortable about leaving the house. This isn't finished, but since I just want him to get in and settle in, I'm just gonna let him go in his little new house. He's looking around, he's investigating everything that's going on. New smells, new scent, new everything for this guy. So it's a lot to take in. So whether you've just upgraded a snake or you've brought a snake, remember to give them at least 2 weeks or so, offer them a meal, and then once they've had a meal or two, then get back to handling them. As you can see, that's where his little head is here, and he's backing out. He's hiding, he's trying to feel safe, he's searching. He probably smells his old house right now because, there's his little head, look. Yeah, I just love when they just come out of the substrate and you just see their little hides and they dart out. We've just added a moist hide in here. I'll say this over and over again on this channel at the retreat. Although moist hides like this, they don't look pretty, they are so beneficial for your animal, whether it's a snake or a leopard gecko. You need them for the animal's sake, okay? Just accept it. We've got these cork hides, which is another hide we're gonna add. And because these have obviously, and there's no one way in, we're gonna like push this substrate to the back here and wedge it down. So we're gonna add some greenery in here. But we're not finished there, folks. We have a stick. We're going to put the stick in there for him as well, something he can wrap around, climb over. They will use their water ball as a hide. The animal that I'm going to show you guys soon, the new one, that's all he seems to do. He just loves sitting under his water bowl. I cannot wait to show you that animal, but you've got to wait for that. So say goodbye to this little dude for now. I hope you enjoy your little home, little one. I'm not going to hold you for a while, so I might as well get one last kiss. Mwah. Right, there you go. Right, go and enjoy that little hide thing. Look, there you go, straight in. Boom, safe. So the next hognose we are moving up is this one here. This one is mine, and yeah, it's so cute and lovely and chunky and fat, but I do love its pattern as well. Definitely a cool, pretty snake though, and I really do love this one. I just love all hognoses, to be honest with you. Right, let's go. And that's going straight in there. Believe it or not, that hognose still fits in these coconuts. These coconuts are so good because they can just curl up inside of them, and they love them, and they still love them even when they're older. Filled the rest with the new substrate, and what we're going to do now is just mix it. I hope you guys are enjoying this video, by the way. It's just one of them more down-to-earth, real-life videos, you know. I enjoy filming this content because it's just about the animals. It's just about reptiles. It's just nice to watch. I mean, I don't know about... I watch some other YouTubers that do this sort of stuff, and it's just nice. It's nice to unwind to this sort of stuff. Just real. This little log thing, which I thought would do great for a little hognose. Got some greenery. This is literally just a log. Not that interesting, but it is to a snake. A snake would love this. A snake would go over it, smell it, it will help it shed. And you can just literally go down in your neighbour's back garden, cut down their trees. No, I'm joking, that isn't from the neighbour's garden, but you can go out there, find permission, cook them in the oven, 180 degrees, top with some salt and pepper, and you're done. No, I'm joking about the salt and pepper, but you do cook them in the oven. By the way, guys, if you're wondering what this colour is on this hognose, the camera doesn't pick it up well enough, but it's a lemon ghost. Absolutely beautiful, beautiful morph of the hognose. Literally looks normal on camera, but I promise you it's not. It's like this deep, greeny, cool colour. Absolutely beautiful. Definitely one of them morphs you have to see in person to fully appreciate it. But let's put her in here so she can explore while we carry on. See what I mean? Straight under the log, and off she goes. She's actually just there, look, popping her head out. Like, the more the merrier. Now, here's a little hack for you guys that you'll find at Reptile Retreat. I don't know if anyone else has done this online, but I'm the first person I know to do it. Do you know, like, your paint trays, your paint roller trays? The little ones? You can even use the big ones. Use these for water bowls. Look how deep you can get it, so the snake can come in and out. They can climb out easy because it's got little grips on. And Zuko, my extreme red albino hognose, it's his favourite hide because it acts as a hide as well. So if they ever want to cool down, they can come under this, and obviously because there's water in there, it's going to be cooler than anywhere else, so they can just cool off pretty quick if they need to. This snake's just chilling over here in the greenery though. What are you doing over there? Look at you. Sneaking around. You little sneaky devil. I would be adding the moss hide, but I'm out of cocoa fibre. This one isn't going to get one today, but it will get one when I get more cocoa fibre shipped in. I've ordered some more, but it still hasn't come. But I normally just fill it so this square down here is full. It also helps with, like, if the snake comes in and out of this water tray, the water's not going to go everywhere. What are you doing? What are you doing over there? Hey? I really wish the camera would pick up on the colours of this snake. It's so, so pretty. Now, if you have a snake out there and you want to give it more enrichment, don't think you have to go to the pet store and invest £50 or £100 on just stuff like cork bark and fake leaves. There are things around your home that you can find that are safe for your animal to give it enrichment, such as toilet roll tubes, kitchen roll tubes, cardboard boxes. A great YouTuber says whiskey sleeves. If you know, you know. Anything that is safe for that snake to go inside out of, not get stuck, and no sharp edges, is great enrichment for that snake. Empty the gloves out of this box and put that in there. Like, although it's not pretty, the snake doesn't look at things as pretty. It looks at things as new smells, new like textures, and new places to hide and investigate. Obviously, every so often you need to clean all of this stuff down. So when you do clean all this stuff down, don't put the same stuff into that same snake. Switch them around, give the snakes new stuff. But if you find out that your snake has a favorite hide, say if this snake wanted to this hide and it loved this hide and it just seemed to always have an attraction to this hide, then that snake really loves that hide, so I'd never take that hide away from it. But I would just keep changing things in its environment. They're probably one of the funniest snakes you could own for eating. They're so funny to eat, watch eat. They're so like derpy. The only other one that comes close to eating derpy is the new snake that I'm going to show you guys in the next new video. Really do hope you guys enjoyed spending time with me as I enjoyed spending time with you. Remember, please hit that subscription button. It really helps the channel grow. It makes me smile every day when I see that number grow. And keep loving them reptiles. I'm out.